To make some sense of this decision, let's bring in ESPN NBA draft analyst Mike Schmitz. Mike, let me ask you off the top from a basketball standpoint on a scale of 1 to 10. How shocking is it that this decision was made for him not to go to college and to go anywhere else, never mind Australia?
It's a surprise. There's no question. There were some huge programs obviously coming after him. I think it speaks to what the NBL is doing and how attractive of an option this is for a kid like RJ Hampton, English-speaking country. We've seen different kids have success with this route. Terrence Ferguson comes to mind. But the fact that he chose this, right? This is a kid who had a 1,300 SAT, a 3.7 GPA. He could have gone anywhere in the country. So I think that speaks to what the league is doing and what the New Zealand Breakers are doing. But this is a high level of basketball. He's not coming in like a Brian Bowen or like a Terrence Ferguson. He's going to be asked to shoulder a big load for them. And so I think he's really going to be tested with the physicality. But it's a guards league, and he's a top 5 talent. There's no question.
Not to be tacky about this, but what kind of money are we talking about? A big reason why people in the past have gone forward without going to college is because, frankly, they're getting exploited and they're not getting paid. Is this cash a consideration in this situation as well, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's a sweetener. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you heard RJ talk about this is basketball reasons. He thinks he's going to, progress most as a basketball player by going there, a basketball decision. But from everything I've gathered, he's going to make upwards of $500,000 with this deal. And then you add in the ability to now go after a shoe deal. He won't be under the NCAA umbrella. That could be looking at potentially 7 figures. So I think the money definitely doesn't hurt for RJ Hampton.
The quality of the league is one thing in terms of exposure, in terms of his ability to grow as a player, but from a lifestyle standpoint, Australia and New Zealand, specifically where he'll be living, I would presume, are a different thing. Where do you think that element comes in terms of just simply the fact of an American teenager moving overseas in such a way? How much do you think that's going to affect his decision and other players down the line, their potential to do this as well?
Yeah, we haven't seen it from a guy his age, an 18-year-old, but Americans love playing in this league. We've seen it time and time again. Jerome Randall is a name that comes to mind. Melo Trimble, who led the league in scoring, the former Maryland standout. So I really think he's going to enjoy it. It's an English-speaking country. The fact that, their owners are 4-time NBA All-Star Sean Marion, Florida standout and NBA player Matt Walsh. These are guys who clearly know what they're doing. They understand what it takes to get to the NBA. He's going to have all the facilities, everything he needs to progress. And from everything I understand, this is not the last name who could potentially come into the fold here. We've heard LaMelo Ball as another option for this program. So, I think it's a really attractive option for 18, 19-year-old kids looking to go this route.
One-word answer. Do you think this helps or hurts his potential for exposure versus the NCAA as a choice?
Listen, scouts are going to see you more when you're in the NCAA. There's no doubt about that. But I do think that being able to play against grown men every single day, being able to focus on strictly basketball, being able to, it's a shorter season as well. They end in late February, potentially early March if they go to the playoffs. So he's going to have time to do his pre-draft work and is going to have time to be able to get in the gym, get stronger. So I think, there are pluses, there are minuses, but I really do think that this is going to end up being a strong decision for RJ Hampton, no question.
He's ESPN NBA draft analyst Mike Schmitz. Thank you, sir.